Okay, let's start out with what is today? What is today? It's all just going together. It's all just blending into one long day. What is today? Let's see. Wednesday. Okay, because yeah, Wednesday I got paid. So yesterday I went to the store and got a few things. I got a whole fucking bag full of shit. And I had to even put stuff in my purse. And it was like one of those big bags, that you bring yourself. And I got all that stuff for like 37 bucks. Because I bought so much at the grocery outlet. They have so much stuff. 98 cents, 98 cents, 50 cents, 50 cents, 79 cents. So I was just like, I'll take a little of that. I'll take a little of that. I'll try two of those. And so I was like, got loaded. Um, Anyways, I like that store. It's my favorite. And they have a lot of my teas and stuff. I was like, hell yeah. They got the spirulina, they got the moringa, they got all sorts of mushrooms, they got the ashwagandha, they got all sorts of stuff. They got all sorts of powders and stuff. Which, okay, so I have a few things to talk about. One is medical, one of course is the money, one of course is the crazy. And but let me finish on that. Oh, because yesterday the stomach flu did come back. So I had gone all that time and then it came back with a vengeance yesterday. And last night I was, because yesterday it snowed all motherfucking day. And it wasn't sticking. It wasn't sticking. It was just like snow rain or something. Because it looked like snow, but it was just acting like rain when it got on the ground. And I was like, well, wait till it freezes. That's going to suck. And then as the afternoon progressed towards evening, and when it was supposed to stop snowing, it started snowing harder, harder, harder. And then it started sticking. But I don't think a lot of it stuck. But man, it is so fucking, on the parts that is ice, it is like a fucking, it's hellacious. It's so fucking slippery. Like, man, you gotta be careful. You go out there and break a hip. So, break your shoulder, break your arm, split your head open. Because that is when I split my head open and hurt my hip, was on the leaves, when I was raking the leaves, because I had no idea that the leaves were so slippery until I went in and they said, yes, leaves are as dangerous as ice. So you got to be careful. Seasonal injury. So be careful when you're outside. Okay. So, but when I was looking outside, anyways, what I was going to say is the sky. Oh my God. The color was not right at all. And lately, I keep looking at the sky over here, keep thinking, like, what is about to happen? Something looks so fucking weird in the sky. Like, something's got to go. And I don't know how to explain it. It's like these different tones of gray that it looks so weird. And so it has like, it's not just a gray sky, it's like got these different colors and textures and stuff. And then it has like certain places where it'll look like the sun is trying to shine, but it comes out in this like weirdest way. And it keeps looking like, man, something's gonna open up or whatever. And then you always, at the sunset and sunrise, you have this orange sheen that you can see so well. But last night, the whole sky was like a pink color. And it wasn't like pink, it was like a gray pink. I don't know how to explain it. Because I thought about going to get my mom and be like, oh, but she's so tired, I think, of me. Like, oh, there's chlorine, that's clot, that's poison, that's like. Because you can be a little overwhelming to people, just take my word for it, when you are pointing the shit out all the time. And so, anyways, I was like, there's no fucking wonder. I mean, I was out there shoveling. I did that whole fucking driveway again. And hopefully, Archie is having a spaz attack. He cannot handle it. He thinks he is like, this chair is not. Look at how he's got it. And then he just lays on top of me. Just like, well, I gotta get comfortable. Look at this face. Look at that face. Oh, didn't mean to bother you. So, anyways, Max is doing better. I took his sweater off and washed it and stuff. I gave him, the last time he did that, I took his sweater off. I wonder if it just gets a lot of allergens or something. But I'm going to get him a thunder shirt, because I don't take a sweater for summer anyways, but he still needs that little extra hug. Oh my God, dude. Just like dig in, like, when you get comfortable right here in your hip. It doesn't bother you, does it? Yeah, it does bother me. Excuse me, you're going to have to turn a different way. You're really, oh, okay, lay that way. Okay, dude, he is so dead set on being a lap dog. Oh, you're cute, but I swear to God. Okay, so let's get started. One of the things, okay, so one of the things I saw was this girl yesterday, and it's another one of these things that says we're friends, but it's like, I don't, it's not like we're friends, but what trips me out is she must see my stuff, and she doesn't ever block me. But I don't know, maybe she doesn't see my stuff. Maybe I see hers and she doesn't see mine, and I'm the one who needs to block her. But then when I go in to think, well, should I just block her? Then I'm like, well, I don't want to be like, oh my God, something just stabbed my throat. God dang. I don't want to, it's like they're throwing little stabbers over here. I don't want to be like that. Like, oh, I don't like what you say. I'm just going to block you. I will if somebody comes in and starts harassing me or being rude to me. That's like, I don't need that shit, man. But somebody's just saying their opinion. It's like, okay, grow up, Kelly. You don't need to block them because they have an opinion different than yours. And so I haven't. But she's very, she's very on the other side of things than me. And so she, let me see if I can say it right, what she said. She was like, well, it's been 30 days. And I don't know if she called him out by name because they're pairing the two guys together now. And so, the Musk and Donald situation. So I don't know if they are... if she called him out by name, but she said something, like, it's been 30 days and he hasn't done anything. So are you guys like being really embarrassed and ashamed of yourselves at this point? Like, you're so stupid to sit here and think anything's about to change. God, you guys are so stupid. And she's just carrying on. And it's just like, oh my God, could you get your foot down a little, down more like a little in your throat? God dang. Because, it's weird. It's like 30 days, like 4 years were you even complaining about that guy, and he's just sending out money right and left as people are going broke as fuck. The prices are raised. Well, eggs haven't gone down. And I saw a egg farmer talking, a chicken farmer. So he said, I'm a chicken farmer. He's not a corporate chicken farmer. He's his own farm. And he said the shenanigans going on is bullshit. He said it's all bullshit. He said, for one thing, the birds that are dying are diseased because they don't feed them or take care of them at these corporate farms. So they're dying of disease, and then they label them as this, it's the bird flu. We're danger. It's like, yeah, the diseases you guys are creating is danger. Well, Robinson, get your shit together, you fuckers. But they're doing it on purpose, so... Anyways, it's not a surprise to them. These 3-letter agencies are just to fool us and make us think, oh, somebody's watching out. Somebody's watching out for our food. What, are you kidding me? Like, okay. So anyways, he said that that they're doing that, and so he was giving numbers too on the birds and how many birds get eaten and how many, like, he was giving numbers, and he was saying that it's bullshit. There's not a fucking shortage. And he said that this is all a bunch of bullshit and lies. And so, anyways, that's just from this guy. He said, I'm not a corporate farmer, and I didn't raise my prices. My mom wanted eggs. I went out yesterday, and she wanted me to get her some mocha mix and some eggs. And I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. Like, I mean, I get goat milk for mine, but I get all this stuff, like, of Amazon. I don't even know where you would go. I mean, I saw it was a TikTok thing that keeps going on goat milk that I keep seeing. And goat milk is the healthiest. It's got the most stuff to make you really healthy. It has everything you need and all this stuff. And so I get the goat milk powder. The goat milk powder that was for sale on TikTok was $36. And so it's probably a 2-pounder, because mine is 1, and it's $20. So it still is expensive as shit. So if you get 2 pounds for $36, but anyways, it's expensive. So, but the prices of how much they've gone up, It was like mental. So eggs, I had looked for eggs the other day at the grocery outlet, and they were all like $8 and $9. And I'm like, what? $8 or $9? What the hell? There was even some for 13, $15 for a dozen fucking eggs. Do you remember when eggs used to be 69 cents? Do you remember at Easter when fucking Safeway gives you a fucking dozen eggs for every $10 you spend or some crazy shit? It's like eggs, here, take more eggs. And now Max is like, well, I think I could fit up there with you guys too. It's like, you guys, I need my own space. I deserve my own space. So, okay, stop. You want to see Matt? Oh, now he's gonna cry about it. God. Oh, yeah. Yesterday, there's so much like this, and my mom's like, well, you're the alpha, because if I go upstairs and I'm up there for a couple minutes, I'm serenaded the entire time. Archie starts to cry. They're all down here howling and crying. Oh God, this is deep pain. She's gone. And I'm like, God damn, I can't even be away for a couple minutes for them freaking out. And I was up there yesterday and they did 3 serenades. I was like, okay, I gotta go. And I'm like, it's rough to be so needed. And she's like, well, you're the alpha. They don't know what to do without you until they fucking break free. Are you kidding me? They fucking figure out what to do without me then. So I don't know about this alpha shit. It's feeling manipulation. I feel like I'm very manipulated by them. Max has got his head on my knee. It's like, how close can we get? Can we just get right up there and just breathe the same air as her? Oh my God, damn. So, anyways, I kind of hold on to this thing because it's just this is mental. But this is, I swear to God, it's just weird shit, man. The shenanigans and the weird shit does not stop. And okay, please don't do that. Oh, I've got sensitivity to certain feelings. You can't just sit there and pecker me with your fucking little wet nose hitting into my hand, sniffing it all over the place. It's like, give me a fucking break. I've got, I don't know, neurodivergent autistic problems. Like, I've got problems that they would label. Like, I got certain sensitivities. And feeling my clothes is one of them. Ooh, this is intense, man, with this fucking clothes shit. It's like, God dang, I can't wait till this energy does something because it's got to settle down. My clothes are attacking me. In the static electricity in the clothes, like, dang, man, this is intense. And they're itchy, and they feel like they're stabbing you with all these little polyester fibers. I was talking about this, don't forget, a couple years ago when I started feeling it. And it was when I was trying to sleep in my new bed that I bought. And when I would go in there and sleep, I was like, it feels like the fibers are fucking attacking me. And then I start getting in my head like, okay, the whole fucking laundry thing behind the mattress situation is a whole fucking go down the rabbit hole. And then it's like, ugh, there could be fucking teeth inside. I'm like, you don't know what the hell they're stuffing these bitches with. It's like, ay, ay, ay. So anyways, I started sleeping on the couch, but that was a lot because, I don't know, me and Stella are connected to the hip. And she couldn't go in there and sleep anymore. She can't get on the bed and stuff. So when she got sick is when I started sleeping on the couch with her. But anyways, so let's just keep it moving on to the next topic because I think I finished with that one. Maybe not. Because everything is so weird. Everything is so weird and I feel weird. The high-pitched noises that keep coming in and it's like, God dang, it's so weird. And the noises outside, the weird fucking, it doesn't stop with this weird animal sounds or something. Like, sometimes I want to get it on video or audio or something. It is weird. Like, man, I don't know where these sounds are coming from. And so, dude, please. And see, I feel like this is like an attack of the dark energy. Like, let's harass her. So she just gets, okay. So, anyways, the people losing their minds, they're still losing their minds. And now it's like a deadline. It's been 30 days and we have not seen shit. The eggs are still expensive. Oh, yeah, because the eggs in the fucking half and half. $15 motherfucking dollars. So they used to give us eggs, you know, and we're getting them towards Easter. Maybe they're saving up to give them away again. Because it's fucking shenanigans all goddamn time. Thank you, Max. He went laying back down. And, But 750. I got it was 719 was the eggs. It used to be 69 cents. 719 for the cheapest fucking eggs. And then I got the ones above that were cage free, because then it jumps up to 9 and 10, 15 bucks for a dozen fucking eggs. There was another guy who's just standing there looking at them all. I go up and I'm standing there looking at them all. It's like we all gather in a crowd looking at the egg prices, like, what the fuck does this, what the fuck? And so anyways, I get the ones that are 750. And then the mocha mix is out everywhere. Every fucking store I go to, there's no fucking mocha mix. So I don't even know how much the mocha mix would have been. And so I think it was $5 or something, because I think I saw the tag and I asked them, like, is there any more mocha mix? And then they're like, no, we hope to get some tomorrow. It's like, oh, it could be a shortage in the mocha mix coming. And so I called my mom and she's like, well, just give me half and half. And so, and she's like, I should just be drinking, I should get more natural, get more towards that anyways. And which is true. Like, I remember I was addicted to the Coffee Mate sweet cream. Dang, God, I love that stuff. That was hard to break. But I was addicted to Sweet and Low. That could be a problem with why I have these weird feelings in my body too, because I'm formaldehyde it out. So anyways, the half and half, a half gallon, half and half, 750. I was like, that is outlandish. That shit used to be like $2.99 or something. And then I remember it went up to $5.49 or something, and I was like, oh, that's pretty steep. But now up to $7.50. What the hell? And what drives me so crazy too is like, because I'll start, on my bitch fit about some of the shit. And my mom's always, we're on two different wavelengths about it. Because I'm always, like, I have an attitude, like, we got to put a stop to this shit, man. We got to start demanding more, God damn it. And she's like, well, you just got to go. You just got to play along. That's how you got to go. It's like, no, nothing changes if we don't stop. And so, anyways, these two different energies are at war here on the planet anyways. So and then a lot of people are into that one because it seems to be the less troublesome. It's just like, I just go through my stuff and just leave me alone. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. And then you got us over here. It's like, fucking, let's raise hell. Let's talk about it. It's like, no, enough is enough. And so, anyways, it's two opposing energies. And so, anyways, these people who are, demanding that there should be more at this point, which to me, for one thing, they need to be focusing on their health. And I was just really driving home yesterday when I left to go to the store, and I come pulling back in, and there was a guy out there clearing his drive. He had a small driveway, ginormous house, small driveway, and right on the lake. And what is he out there? He's got a little fucking miniature bulldozer thing, one of those little things, and he's out there clearing his driveway with a little fucking thing. It's like, dude, and this guy was not old, maybe 45 or something like that. It's like, this is where you start losing it. You've got to be doing this shit yourself. Getting attracted, what benefit is that going to give you? More time to do what? Go watch a sports game, to drink a couple beers? Because what you need is the exercise. What you need is to be building yourself up, because that is giving you your health. And so you can see how it got skipped. Like, and then in these rich houses too, there's like a competition. Well, I've got this one. Well, I've got this one. Well, I've got two of those. I just bought a third. And all the people get so into, well, it's like the keeping up with the Joneses hierarchy game of people who have money. It's a competition of who's got more and what they got, and I don't have to do anything. My machine does it all. And it's like, no, we should still be vacuuming our houses and sweeping and mopping and doing all these things. And most people don't have time to do them, but those things will keep you healthy. Taking care of yourself in those simple ways is how we're meant to be, to take just care of ourselves and not be using the machines. Because the machines, when they sit there and market is be smart, they'll take over all your time too. So it's not, it's not smarter. and it's depleting your own health. So anyways, it's just like, dang, I've gone out here and done this driveway twice by hand, which my mom, one of her friends, after I did it the first time, because when I did it the first time, she was like, well, somebody better get out there and try, because my mom was having this delivery. She's like, somebody better get out there and clear that driveway so that truck can get up there and stuff. And I was like, well, I'm going to go out there and clear that driveway, because I had gone out and I got stuck on the driveway and I couldn't get back up. And so I had to go out and do that. So I just did the whole thing. And, which worked good for the guy, but he still couldn't get up the driveway. But the UPS guy did. The mail guy, he's gone up and stuff. But that big truck, he couldn't get up it. But even if they got the truck up here, they said they had no way to turn around. So anyways, they had their truck down there. And they just brought the stuff up. But it still needed to be cleared for that. But anyways, so then I went out and did it again, which her and my mom had a conversation. And she's like, well, tell her she doesn't need to go clear it again because the rain's going to do it. Which everything clears way faster when you make it less snow, because it just keeps getting, rain, compact. It just becomes ice and slush. So when you clear it out and put it to the sides, then your driveway can really clear up. And so, and I wanted to leave. I wanted to go get water again. I don't want to drink that fucking chlorine. I don't want to drink water that I can smell. Just I don't. It doesn't seem good. And so, anyways, let me think. So I went out there and I shoveled the driveway and stuff. So anyways, my mom sent me this meme yesterday of what her friend sent her. She said she found a video of you, and it was just this person crazy out there just shoveling all this stuff because, I guess it just seemed crazy to people. Like, oh my God, you're doing that whole driveway by hand? And I'm not kidding you. How many people have pulled up to watch? It's like, and I was sore, but, not miserable. It's just like, oh, man, I'm sore. But, it also makes you healthy and strong, and it's survival of the fittest. And there's so many people whose machines are going to survive over them. The machines get more of a workout than they do. And then what's even crazier is how many people will skip that and go pay a gym to go lift some weights and put on something cute and go to dinner. Our whole society is just as wacky. Well, I gotta have money to go to the gym. I gotta have that raise, man. And it's like our priorities are just jacked, man. So, anyways, on priority jacking, we have these people who were willing to accept everything that this other people were doing. I don't know what their news tells them. I really, it's odd. Were they so focused on Donald all through the last 4 years and they don't even realize the last 4 years happened? I'm sure. This is just the weirdest thing, especially when there's so much going on. It's like, well, it didn't bring down the price of the eggs. Well, they're sitting there trying to figure out, what to do next. And of course, that's got to come from the people. We've got to be like, well, we want this. And so we have a lot of people who are, well, I want, and they are saying, we want the money back. We want to not pay taxes. He's already saying he's stopping payroll tax or something. They're stopping they're closing the IRS down and shit. Somebody had said on X that doing the math on all of this money, that and just a certain amount of it, not all of it, just it's going in categories or something on it, where they find it and how all this stuff. So, it's a big thing, all of this stuff. So if we saw the spreadsheets. So anyways, on this certain amount of money, they're saying, so this person on X said, if they divided this out, this money that they have right there, that they could distribute it through all of the different households, and we would each get $5,000, like right now. And so Elon responded to that guy's message, and he said, I'll talk to the president about it. And so this is the kind of stuff, like this is, to me, it's all part of the show. It's all part of how the things happen. But, yeah, the money is going to be coming back to us. This isn't just to show us. This is the golden age. This is the transfer of wealth. This is like, but we have to see. They can't just give it to us. We have to see, the mishandling. We have to want a shift. We have to want something different. So it has to play out this way because it increases our wanting and our desire. It's moving us in the direction we want to go. So anyways, these things have to play out, and all these people don't have a clue what the hell is going on. So they just are being so led with their biases and their TDS and stuff, and it's so wacky, man. But anyways, and that's like building, and it's aggravating too, because you want to go in like, oh my God, how stupid can you be? But it's pointless. Like, they have to see for themselves, and they're blind to all the stuff that's going on. And so I just saw a thing that Elon, I think, is this morning or something. He was going in to the Federal Reserve with all the cameras. So he was going in to show, because they're trying to show that there's no gold, which I still say that is, they took us off the gold a long while ago. So this is a part of it for people's understanding or something. I'm not sure. But so going into the Treasury or wherever, the Federal Reserve or wherever they're supposed to be keeping the money that backs up our money, our dollars. But the dollars, the manipulation goes something with the petrodollar, something with all of this manipulation and the Middle East and it's all shenanigans. It's all corruption, and I don't even know how to explain all of it. You have to just look it up, and it's like maritime laws, the fiat system, all of this stuff. And so the birth certificate, all of it, is all a bunch of fucking shenanigans. And then when they took us off the gold standard, what they did with all of that and the repression of solar, so all of this stuff that they did to try and make us slaves and stuff, now it's all coming back up. So anyways, he's going to enter, or he did or something, to show that it's all empty. And so I don't know, all the different things that are going to keep happening or something. I just see these people sharing these tweets and stuff, and people are like, it's golden age, this time. And because there's a lot of people who do know, a lot of people do understand what is happening, and that we're going into this way better time. But they want to keep beating you down and beating you down, and you got these people who just can't see at all what's happening. So I hope, because when I talked to my mom yesterday afternoon when I got back, and she said that on the news they're saying if they send us out these stimulus checks, it probably won't be till September. And I said, it'll be before that. This is all like a big show and stuff too. And I said, I think they're going to send out money before that, which, by the way, yesterday when I drove back from town, the red truck was back. So if I got $6,000, maybe I'm supposed to go get that. Maybe I'm supposed to go get land. I don't know. Something will open up. Something will make itself clear. Because then I started seeing, I don't know, being kind of nomadic and traveling around with your dogs, especially one that's the size of a small horse, is, I don't know. I would be much happier having my own little, like, ranch, which I was thinking about it last night. I was imagining it, picturing it and stuff. It's a little bit more like a compound because I have my home, but my home is more simple or something because it's like a living space and a kitchen and a bathroom and a bedroom, but it doesn't have a whole bunch of different bedrooms and stuff, because if people come to stay, I want guest houses. I want guest houses, not guest rooms. And so some tiny like houses, some little cabins scattered around that are guest accommodations or something. And I was getting really elaborate with them too. I was like, okay, bro, they're gonna have a TV, they're gonna have like a little gaming system, because I've got a lot of family that like to do those games. And I was like, so they really enjoyed that. If they came to visit and they were in their own thing, then playing games or whatever. So each one would have to have a little living space, and then a couple bedrooms and a bathroom, and then a kitchenette kind of thing, a place where, like they could make some coffee or put some things, snacks and stuff like that, but not like a whole kitchen to be in there cooking or anything. But then I was thinking I want to have a greenhouse, like a real greenhouse, one that is like in the old movies where it's like a big glass thing where you grow all your plants. And then I want to make sure I put copper in all the things. I was going deep into this, like the soil, everything, like where I would keep this stuff. And on one part, I was even thinking it'd be kind of cool to have like a little kitchen table in the middle of the garden area to eat. But I think that the plants will grow really good, and then it also won't get the stuff that the acid rain and shit, it's more protected. And so, anyways, I want to have a big greenhouse for a garden. And then I want to have like that outdoor tub room. I want to have an animal barn. I want to have a workshop, art workshop. And I want to have like a gathering space or something, because I think it's fun to either play games or do music and, like karaoke and, or charades and stuff like that. And what's another one I was seeing? Like campfires and out just like a space where when you had company and everybody would go and meet there and play games and I mean do music, dance, whatever. So anyways, I was like, man, it's kind of like I'm building my own little city on my own little property. But I think that is what we should be doing, kind of. I think we all need our own little compounds. And it's just kind of funny because when you think of compounds, you think of like, these people preparing for war against the government or something. But really, I think it's like our own little town inside a town or something. Because there's a lot of stuff that you could put. And so, I don't know, 5, 10 acres or something like that. And then having, your own little world in there. And oh, it'd have to have a pond. I was thinking, I don't want a swimming pool. I want a pond because I want to have frogs and fish and ducks will come and stuff like that. And I think it's a lot more like fun for kids. And I'm going to go down the swimming hole and go down there and swim around and stuff. In the swimming pool, it's got chemicals and stuff. And I was even thinking about the little bathrooms and stuff. I was thinking I wouldn't want to be put onto uh, the county sewage and stuff. I want to go back to ley lines and stuff and using chemical-free products. So you're using vinegar and stuff to clean instead of these toxic soaps, and then you're leaching them out into the land and stuff. And another thing too is when you have your septic leaching out, that is also another big place that will grow. But I don't know because they try and tell us like that can be bad, but I don't know. I, I, I mean, you could grow some things, maybe not edible things or something, because I don't know if there's a different with human waste because you want to go get cow and all this other waste to put on your soil. So I don't know. But I know in places where leach lines are, it will grow a lot of stuff. So, anyways, I think going back to that old fashioned kind of way of doing things and not all their stuff, and maybe having, I don't know, we're going to have different things with the energy and stuff. So, I don't know if we will have like solar things or we're going to have some kind of panels or something, some kind of antennas that picks up on the energy, but there's going to be things that are going to be changing about that. So, and there's just going to be so much stuff that's going to be changing. But anyways, I was seeing some of that stuff. And another thing I was seeing, and I don't know how to explain it, but it became really clear to me. And I've talked about it before, how we're all this expression of everything before us, but it's like we're an echo. We're the echo of everything before us. Like my mom will do something and it's like, say, she'll do something, but then you as the kid, you won't do the exact same thing. It's a more subdued version or more watered down version. It's like the echo as it moves through. And I was like, that is so trippy. Like, because it is. It's like we're an echo of an expression of everything we've experienced, and we're a part of everything we've experienced. So it's like the echo of it, the aftermath of it. I don't know, it's trippy. Anyway, sometimes they show me things and it's like, oh, so profound. Yeah, I love it. Love it. And so, Anyways, so on our financial situation, I think that they're going to be sending money out sooner. But also, you got to remember what this is all about. This isn't just about, you know, being exposed to the crimes and giving us our money so we can go shopping. No, this is about awakening out of the programming, breaking free for us to start having different desires, thinking for ourselves, changing our priorities. It's all about this awakening. It's all about this revival of humanity. And so that's what's really going on. So yeah, it's not going to be just like, hey, guess what? We found some money here. Everybody take it. Go shopping. No, it's going to be a lot more dramatic, a lot more talking, because is talking in a different direction, a lot more moral, priorities, and talking about like things are getting a turn. We're going in a different direction. And also you got to remember how much dark energy that we're fighting through to get to the other side. And it is not going down clean. It's not going down like, oh, they're not fighting. No, they're fighting to the fucking last breath, all this dark energy. And they all are, they're all on a certain level, like a mass of dark energy. Like they're all connected in this dark energy. Like this dark energy has like a web over them. Oh, which speaking of glioblastomas. Okay, let me think of this one because I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to. Oh, okay. Okay, because there were some words I was gonna have to talk in code. And so one of the words is going to be Nick as a teen. Okay, and that is out of tobacco. So remember when I'm talking about Nick as a teen, what I'm talking about. And then the other one was, oh yeah, CC. Yeah, I gotta, because when I'm talking about the Church of the Crown, but there was another one too I was thinking. So when I say it's CC, that is the Church of the Crown. That is the controlling forces. The Nick as a teen is now another thing that has come. When I talked about this before, it was back. If you didn't see the documentary, watch the H2O, but not that. It starts with the WATE. Or watch that documentary, and that was going back. I think in 2021, maybe could have been 2020, but anyways, this doctor became very well known during that. And he went way into research. So he was a chiropractor who went way into research when he started seeing some of the stuff. And so he's not just like a chiropractor, just, oh, well, I think those are that. No, he started doing research on all this stuff. And so he was the one who started finding out that there was shenanigans in the water and that was killing people, and that it was, the sicknesses and stuff are made up. And, and he was talking about the venom that was in the water. And also, yesterday he was talking about it's not just that. There's stuff from bats and stuff that they put in stuff, and they put it in this. But since not everybody was so compliant, which was getting me. It was like these people that are out there. Oh, I'm a pure blood. You guys are stupid asses, and I'm thinking, okay, well. You think the government hadn't figured out about this? Like, it's so wacky. It's like we outsmarted them. We're so much smarter. It's like you've drawn attention to who hasn't. So yeah, you pure blood. I don't know. Ego get you in trouble every time. So, anyways, so they made sure, they put it in our water, in our air, in our like the food, just crank that shit up. So, anyways, they weren't letting us get away with not having this shit. So it's got a lot of bad stuff. And all these diseases are created. He's got a new interview out. And so I shared it with Amy. I can share it with anybody else who wants to see it. And my mom had sent it to me. And then and she's like, oh, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. So I watched it, and it was saying some of the stuff like that I've been saying and stuff, like all these diseases, all these autoimmune and everything. It's all from the stuff. from these poison. And it's what your body, how your body responds to poison. And autoimmune, all this stuff is created. And the diseases and stuff are made up. Like I've been saying this stuff for a long time. But the sicknesses and stuff, they're lab created, they're not organic, they're not natural. And so we're under attack. And and so then you have these other doctors who have been talking about the horse face, and the other one, I think it's goat, but I won't say either of the words. And there's a derivative of one of them. They're making for humans or something now. So I don't know. There's a lot going on with all that, and it's fighting it's got stuff to fight, and that's going to be a show and everything too. So it all depends on what you pay attention to, what show you see. So the horse face, that was saving lives. It's curing, or it's is curing on some CAs, CANCR. Then in other ones, it's subduing it or making it not grow and stuff like that. And so it's effective on a lot of the stuff they're giving us. But the other thing is Nick, as a teen, he has really brought the game up. So this guy is saying in the studies they have found, it has cured the glio. The one I was saying that the other doctor was saying, well, it's making it, giving people more time, but this other is curing it. And so he is saying he wears a patch every day, all day long. And he said he'll wear one forever. And he was talking about it's something in our, like we need this stuff. And it makes our bodies better and stuff. Like we need to be having it, which I was thinking, which is interesting too, because Judy, and this is another name you can't just be saying out there. So her name, let's just call her Mike O'Vix. And so she was a biologist, and she was worked with the fraud, and he had got her arrested. Like there's a whole shenanigans with her. And so she has gone more into research or whatever, but she's big on the cannabinoids. And so if you go in and you watch about her stuff, and she talks about that we have these receptor sites inside of us, and we need the cannabinoids because it feeds us. And that's the thing that gets me too, is like, because I smoke the cannabinoids, and it doesn't, you don't just get all like zoned out, oh, like I'm so high. Like you have to smoke a lot. Like, when I was saying you couldn't do that, but it would still only last, like when I've smoked too much, it's like an hour, and then you feel fine again. And but mostly it's like it's not like a leveling out or something, but it does make you feel leveled out. It makes you feel more connected to yourself. So when you leave all these receptors unreceived, then I think it creates like anxiety and other things inside of people. And so they don't realize that there's other things that, natural plants that can put you back in order. And especially as they seem to know that, because they make them illegal for us. And then they make a stigma around it. But honestly, having a couple of hits a couple times a day and stuff, it does not make you feel out of it. Like, oh shit, I don't know, I can't function. Or sit and just laugh your head off and eat an ice cream because you don't know what to do. That never happens. It is way more of it just as, I don't know. To me, it makes, like, my body doesn't hurt anymore. I just feel more like, it just makes you feel more like calmer and connected. I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't make you be like all whacked out, like crazy, and I think that is like party smoking. It's not just like health smoking. But also, so when we go to the other plant, and that other one, which in the tobacco industry, they added more stuff to make people sick. And so, but what's so weird is that they were saying that that was causing CA when it was curing it. And so he says it cures it. And a whole bunch of stuff. Like, you can go watch the video for yourself. I can share it with you, or I'll put it in the comments or whatever. But he was saying that it cures a whole bunch of stuff. It fixes a whole bunch of stuff. And they're finding it in studies and stuff. Like, they're doing all this research. So anyways, I ordered some. I just, my mom had told me she had ordered some. And so then I was like, oh, well, can I get one of your patches? Or can I buy a couple patches off of you or something? And she goes, well, no, you got to have the 30 days. He said you got to do 30 days. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I said, how much were they? Because I was thinking, oh, man, they're going to be like $40 or something. Because they're trying to outlaw this stuff. They're trying to make it where we can't even get it. And she said it was $20 for 3. And so, and I'm thinking, God, I want to get them on Stella. And so I was trying to think, like, how do I do that? And I may shave a little place on her belly or something and see if I can, wear one. And then when I'm done wearing it, put it on her so she doesn't get, like, or I may buy her own 30, but I don't know, because it could irritate her skin, especially if I'm putting it in the same place, because you got to move those things around. So anyways, I don't know, but I want to get her some. And he said you can do the teas, you can do the leaves and stuff. You can soak your feet in it. What was it he was talking about? Oh, people who are having a heart thing, that if you go and you put tobacco or that stuff in nicotine and the water, then which you can buy organic leaves of the leaves of the tobacco. You can buy those, and then you can steep them, and you can drink them, or you can put them in and let your feet soak in the tea, in the water. And they've seen it stop heart attacks and shit. So there's something in this stuff that our body responds to in a really positive way, and they try and keep us away from it. And it's an antidote for a lot of stuff. And that's where he had found it in the beginning, it was an antidote for the venom. And so, anyways, now it's gone into, it's curing sickness and stuff like that. And heart issues, like lots of shit. So, this morning I went on, my mom's friend, she was looking and she found a thing of this stuff, like supposed to be this pure, $226 to buy this thing. And the guy said that to him, the doctor who's doing this interview, he said that he uses the patches because it gives you an equal distribution. He said when you're doing the teas and stuff like that, you don't know exactly how much you're getting. So he said he likes the equal distribution. So that's what he recommends. And when I was looking at it, I was like, oh, there's 7, 14, and 21. And I did the 7 because I was like, well, I don't need to wean down. I think 7 could be like, could be intense, man. I don't even know. And so I got the 7s. And I was looking at it was $17.99 for a package of, a package of 30. And it was, so a package of 30, but it was on sale, and there was an added, besides the sale, there's an added 30% coupon. So I got them for $9.72. So if anybody's looking today and they're like, fuck, I want to try that. And he said the 30 days, but even though he's going to stay on them forever, but 30 days is supposed to be a real significant thing, like you're fasting. And so, anyways, $9.72. And so I'll send you the link if they're still on the sale. I don't know if it's a flash sale or whatever, but it was like, hell yeah. So I got those. And he also talks about zinc stuff. And so I ordered more of the zinc too. I'm going to stay doing the zinc. And plus, I don't know, I swear to God, I feel like I lean on my hair and it pulls out like a, and that also helps with your hair. So anyways, those two things. And so the link to that, if anybody wants to see it, and the more movement in that direction. But you got to keep in mind that some of these plants and stuff are things that are good for us that they want to keep us away from, and they create stigmas around these things. And so you got to break through that programming, that indoctrination, all that stuff. You got to break on through to the other side and in order to find the truth. And so you got to get past all that shit. And they've created such a big one around the wacky tobacco. And, and I was caught up in that too. I thought it was just like a drug that people just went and hid from life from. They just went down in basements and just smoked their brains away. And what's so funny is that a lot of the people who had been smoking and smoking for a really long time, once the awakening started, they stopped. They couldn't do it anymore. They started feeling like it started making real uncomfortable. I think they were hearing a lot of voice because there was a lot of hiding from things. They were using it for anxiety, using it for different things, which, you can find. It will make you feel more peaceful or more cohesive or something, but you can't rely on that stuff. You can't just, every time I feel anxiety, I'm just going to run in there and smoke because you got to work through your anxiety. And so people became more dependent on those kinds of things. Like, I don't want to feel anxiety, so I'm just going to go smoke. I'm going to smoke before I feel it. And so never gave themselves the opportunity to grow. And so the universe was going to come in and go like, oh, well, we're going to stop that. And now you're going to learn this. And so, but it's funny that I've seen a lot of the people who were smoking a lot before start smoking less, but start drinking more, which that's not a good exchange. It's better to just face yourself. Like, it's a big thing to face yourself and not have to hide from things. And you can create a dependency, and your body can have a physical create a physical dependency. Like alcohol can create physical dependency. Other drugs obviously can. And so anyways, but alcohol definitely can. And so anyways, when the universe is pushing you away from one thing, don't just jump onto another thing. You face what it is trying to push you to face. And so it's it's just a part of the assistance. Like, the universe is trying to assist us through this. It's trying to help, but a lot of people are resistant because they just don't know what the hell's going on. And they don't understand the spiritual stuff. They don't understand the universe and stuff like that. So, anyways, I was just thinking about a conversation that I was having with my mom yesterday because, she sees the things as different. And I was saying some stuff. And I was like, because this is, to me, is the return of Christ. It's the return of Christ consciousness. It's the return of people having morals and a change in perspective and priorities. That's what's happening. And we're waking up from programming. We've been indoctrinated. And she could see that. She was like, yeah, everybody is programmed and indoctrinated and stuff. And I said, that's what we're breaking free from. And that's the turn, is that then people start having morals and integrity and stuff again because they're in touch with themselves, not this matrix world they've plugged into. And so so that is the awakening. And that is where, because there's so many people who feel like that these family members, they're never going to wake up. They're never going to wake up. And I'm telling you, it is going to be a very big smack. But once they feel the smack, that's when things are going to get spicy. That's when things are going to, people are going to start really losing it. And so this is just the lead in. Like, they're all losing it, but wait till they see that how wrong they are and how misdirected they are. Because then they've got a whole new process to go through. And I don't know what it's going to be, what it's going to take. It's crazy because you think, oh, they would see this, they would see that, but it just keeps going and going and going. So I don't know. To me, it's always been like the more that they don't see, the more absurd shit gets. It's like, well, you didn't notice that, so let's see how retarded we can get here and get it to be ridiculousness. And you still just keep playing along. So that's where they're going to have to face themselves. And so this is all like leading into what's to come. So I can see it happening, and I can see, whatever it is, how it's going to affect these people and how they're all going to feel like this humility or shame. But you got to remember too, there's an important part of being alive, and that is being humble, humbling yourself. You know, redemption and humbling and stuff like that are important characteristics of your being. You know, and so this humbling effect that will occur from the facing their own egos is a good thing, but it's going to feel like it's going to feel intense to them. It's going to feel like embarrassing and stuff. So anyways, all that, we have a lot. There's just a lot going on. There's a lot still to go. And but I think that we're going to start having some positive things. But like, man, they got to, they like they're showing all these different crimes and stuff, but they're going to be rounding these people up. And then how it's all going to fit together, because oh, okay, so if they've been taping all these, because I had heard this a long while ago, they were taping these different court scenarios, and the military one is quick, it's abrupt, they don't fuck around. Man, these noises. That so that I think a court thing can definitely last less than a week. I think it maybe only lasts a couple days or even less, maybe one day. Could even just be a few hours. And they get out there, they show that they committed the TRUs, all these, you know, and they've got all the evidence. Like, and so in the military spectrum of this thing, it goes fast. And then you're out back with the squad. And right now, the squad, and I thought the squad was 3 ladies, but now there's 4. But anyways, they're going and showing, like, these ladies came in with you know, a bankroll of $3,000, and now they're worth $100 million. So what do you think about that? So anyways, these people are all going to be going down, which a lot of them I think are people in masks or lookalikes or whatever. But so if they've been going down this whole time and they've been filming it, so then once they start taking them down, then they can show that film, and then it would be, people wouldn't know, like, oh, this isn't happening right now. They would think, oh, this is happening right now, they're being taken down. So that is gonna start. They're gonna start showing us, you know, that these people are getting in trouble for their crimes, and it's gonna start going down. And at some point, it's gonna get so intense that it's gonna start bothering people. They're not going to be like cheering it. It's going to be like, fuck, man. Because they're going to be putting, and maybe that's why they're making it bigger, because it's going to become where there's a lot of us that are like, no, stop, just stop. Just let them rot in jail, man. And so there'll be a wave of that, because there'll be a wave of compassion that will come through humanity. But, you know, there's still steps, there's a part. Like, we'll still go through things, and it will create this, and then that will happen, and then, so anyways, there will be that part, and that is probably because they're going to hold some people in those places, and I don't know for how long. Probably, like they had said back in 2020 or 2021, that the worst people were already being taken, and probably that the ones that are left at the get are ones that maybe can become better or something. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, some of these crimes are so egregious and so outlandish and so repulsive. So I don't know. We'll just have to see. But that's how I see, like, these waves and the compassion and humanity. Like, the anger goes for a while, but then at some point it starts hurting people, and so then it starts turning a different direction. But there will still be the people that will keep pulling it forward. No, they all deserve consequences, but then it will start kind of shattering and start falling apart, because there will be a lot of it. There's gonna be a lot of it. And so there's gonna be a lot of death and mayhem and stuff of because there's going to be a lot of anger. There's going to be people pissed off at corporations, CEOs, doctors, city planners, water pit. Like, there's going to be a lot. The more and more stuff that gets exposed, the more and more there's people attached to these things that are going to start responding, because that's their part to play. And so there'll be all these different things that will start playing out. And so, anyways, you just got to keep going with the flow. You know, when something affects you, don't hide from it. You know, go deep dive into it, try and understand and see and work through it, because anything that affects you, it's because the thing is inside of you, and if you want to release it, you got to it's like anchor on and let it go. And so you got to find it in yourself so you can let it go. So anyways, use this energy and stuff to your benefit, and don't hide from it or any of that stuff. And it is intense, like it's intense right now, but I do think that there is this like, it's like a wiggle or something. It's like pulling, this shifting apart, like the people of the light, the people who have been working on themselves and preparing and stuff like that, are pulling free from these. And that is this expansion where they're going to start going towards, you know, it's going to seem like dreams coming true. And the other people are still going to be in their nightmare until they start being like, well, I want my dreams to come true. How are you doing that? And then these people will start being like, well, you got to face this shit. You got to heal yourself. You got to look at things different. You got to break your programs. You got to notice that you're indoctrinated. You got to question yourself. You know, where's this coming from? Why do I think this? Why am I doing that? What am I doing here? And start trying to understand yourself, because that is where you create real change. And so anyways, we're going to just keep seeing it and stuff. But I do think that they're going to, especially because that person's saying that on X, and then Elon coming in, well, I'm going to ask the president. So I think they're going to start giving us some money back sooner. Because you're going to start, I don't know, they'll really get things rolling. Yeah, eggs haven't gone down because the corporations are fucking us, but but we're going to give you guys some money to, you know, help pay your way through this until we take all these bitches down. So it'll be kind of like that. And then you have this other group. Yeah, well, you still didn't do that. What about this? The gas is going up. Well, that's also owned by some other bitches. So you got to start noticing who's driving the prices up. You want him to go in and take them all down. He's doing the best he can. He's trying to expose all the bullshit. But we also have to participate. We have to be the ones who say, you know, we're boycotting them. We're not going here. We're not paying this. We're not doing that. We have a part to play, you know. So anyways, it's got to be a lot of kicking that into action. And it's kind of like kicking us in the ass, make us, you know, be outraged and mad and stuff. Like, you want to try and make us have to have a credit score, and then you want to base our whole fucking where we can live and what we can do and all this shit. And I just saw another fucking video of somebody, 2 dogs, and they said that they've been trying to go out and get a place and nobody will let them, so now they're gonna have to get rid of their dogs. It's like, people don't understand, your life is full of choices. You got to make those choices. Like, you know, it's more important to you to have an apartment than these dogs' lives or whatever. So and everybody has their own consequence, their own world, their own things they're here to see about themselves. And I told that person in their comments, I said, life is full of choices. But I don't know if I mean, because they're not going to understand what I'm saying unless they're on the same vibration. And they're probably not on the same vibration, because I was no way going to go. Even these 2 little orphan ones, like the 2 little new guys, I wasn't going to give them away to, you know, they, even when they run away and take off and do whatever they want, they still, like, they're really bonded together. And I don't know, I see souls. I don't just see like, oh, it's just a dog. It's just a dog. There's another one over there on that corner. Who cares about them? It's like they're living souls with personalities, and they're here to teach us, and they're here to learn from us. Like, I look at it way different. And so, yeah, I still say you're better off getting a tent and trying to figure out something, you know, living with your dogs, than it is to take a knee to this corporate over fucking bullshit. All it is like they're over controlling our fucking lives all the time. And they want to, the restrictions, they're bullshit. And like I said, there's like a group of people who are like, hell no. And then there's the other group, well, you just gotta do what you gotta do. It's like, yeah, but that's, you know, this is the part of you that's breaking free. Like, as long as you want to keep doing what you got to do, I say it's going to become more and more uncomfortable because the universe is going to be pushing you to break free of their control. And it's going to play out in so many different ways. So there's no way to, how it affects people and how things play is going to be all individual stuff. So, anyways, we still have more to go. There's still, this is going to keep going. But you got to remember what it's all going for is really a good outcome. Like, we really got great things up ahead. And so we just have to get through all of this dismantling and this, really it's about this seeing. It's about the waking up. It's about seeing the truth behind your world, behind your reality, and seeing things. What are you doing? Seeing things differently. And so that's one thing too. Pugs do. They do these little, like, they'll just do these little things, like, just all of a sudden, just, oh my gosh. And sometimes they'll just start licking. Yesterday, oh my God. Some of the stuff I have seen with Max is like X-rated. It's like, I don't want to see this. I thought dogs that were fixed, boys that were fixed, didn't have that desire to. And when he does stuff, he is not just, like, Archie's chasing him around, trying to hump on him. The package is closed. Max, when he is going to town on a bed, yesterday he was licking himself. Oh, Lord have mercy. I just don't need to see this stuff. It's like, God, that would be the one thing. I really like girl dogs better, but the only thing is, like, if you get a bunch of girl dogs, then they fight each other for alpha. If you have a girl dog and then you have boy dogs, the boys will take a knee to the girl dog. And so that's why I did it, is over the anatomy of the pack. And so that's how I was thinking of it. But I definitely prefer girl dogs. I prefer their emotional state, even though they can be whiny and bitchy, but I still prefer their emotions and stuff like that than their over sex and wanting to break free and all this stuff all the time. It's like, dang, man. So, anyways, that's my thoughts on that. Let me think if I had more thoughts on anything else for this day. Besides the sickness, the money, the awakening, all of the drama, the people who are stuck, there's a lot. It seemed like that there was something else I was going to say, but I can't think of it. So, but I will get to any of those videos if somebody wants to see something. I'll probably just put that one video in the comments, so then you can just go in and look and find it. But that doesn't necessarily mean that this place is going to show it, because they do hide comments, they take away views, they block followers, they kick you off if you're following. Like, the shenanigans on these things, that's why I can't wait to get to that part of start fighting against this censorship and shit like that, because that is against our rights. It's against our human rights to be able to speak freely and talk about what we want to talk about. And that they want to control it, and then their fucking community guidelines. Oh, you said this, and that's against our guidelines. Oh, fuck off with this shit. God dang, I'm so sick of their overstepping bullshit. So yeah, I can't wait until that nonsense goes. So, anyways, let's see if there was anything else. Let's look at my tooth. And see, look at how every time it goes through these phases, doesn't it look so much, it looked so gray the other day, and now it looks so much light. So, anyways, it's going to keep doing that and keep doing that as it fills in the craters and all the broken part. It'll just keep filling it in, as far as I understand. So, and another thing that's weird is, like, sometimes, I want to tell my mom, well, my guide said this, or I thought, in my conversation with my guides and stuff. But ever since I was little, when I started telling her that, she was always like, no, you're talking to demons, you're talking to demons. And it hadn't even been that many years since I've said, and she's always told me I'm talking to demons. So even now, when I'm like wanting to share things and stuff like that, it's like, you know, she doesn't trust that part. Like she thinks I'm talking to some evil force that's trying to trick me. And so, because there was something yesterday, I was like, um, I wanted to share with her, but it's like, I don't know. She just does not have the guidance thing doesn't have the same impact, but we all have guidance, and it's so crazy too. Is like she has it. Like she'll talk. You know. Oh yeah. Well, I just thought of that. Well, I was just this came into my mind. Well, I was gonna do that, and this came. And it's like, but people just don't realize like how significant it is. Like that's the part you got to start paying attention to, is the every thought that comes into your mind. Start paying attention. Like, where is it coming from? Who am I talking to? What are we talking about? And you'll start realizing, like, oh, I'm really talking to other. I'm not just talking to myself. Even though on one sense of things, it does seem like you're just talking to yourself, but I don't know, because there's other voices that come in. There's things that I'm always told that I had no idea. I didn't know that, and then all of a sudden I'm told something. It's like, hell yeah, fuck, I didn't know that. And and like I've said, they tell me where things are. Like there's a lot. So yeah, they're pretty handy to have around when you communicate with them. So don't disregard them. So anyways, let's wrap this up. So just remember, because I'm telling you, with all this chaos and all this distraction and all this stuff, the main basic things to really work on is learning how to love yourself, which is a very big thing. Learn how to love yourself and learn how to love everyone, because that is what's holding people back. So learning how to love yourself and how to love everyone, and then how to have a good day, loving day, because it's your energy, it's where you're directing it. You can sit back and feel sorry for yourself all day long, but what good's it gonna do you? It's way better to try and see the positives in everything that happens, and it's directing the energy where you want to go. Positive. So love yourself, love everyone, and how to have a loving day. That's the things I think are important. So I'll talk to you tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye.